You're live. Hi, everyone. I'll just wait a little bit for people to join. Hi, everyone. I have on my microphone, so let me know if you can't hear me. I'm just going to put the swatches on until people start coming in. I want to put this darn thing up. Okay, that's as good as it's going to get. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can't hear me. Hello, party people. How are you guys doing on this Wednesday? For today's live video, I was inspired last week. Well, I was watching a lot of videos last week because I was sick. I woke up today still like, I don't know what's going on. So I woke up today. No, I already said that. Okay, go back. So last week I was watching a lot of videos, in bed because there's nothing to do. And I was watching Sephora's YouTube channel, and the girl on there, she's actually, I believe, one of their artists. She did a Get Ready With Me featuring the Fenty foundations, and she actually does what I already do. Hi, Carol. So the artist uses the Fenty foundation, the light one and a dark one, to highlight and contour. I actually already do that. So I thought, let's go ahead and do that as a live. And I'm trying out these two colors anyway. Hey. And that way we can kind of see it together. It already produces a natural look, but I am curious to see how the Fenty foundation kind of creates that same experience. Because I already do that with the Wet n Wild foundations as far as to highlight. And then I use the Maybelline Better Stay. So I figured, let me go ahead and get what shades I got. I got 450 and I got 310. We're going to be working again from samples, only because I don't know about the shades. So I don't know how far up I go. I don't know how far down I was going to go, because I know the numbers can be quite confusing as far as where you might lie. So what I did was, my shade is 390, which is still in that, excuse me, in that warm category. So I went up, I think, 2 light shades up, and then I went down dark. Whatever the next warm number was, I think I went down like 2. Hi, Marva. 450 is all you, the Caribbean chocolate girl. Yay. Oh, this is 450. I have 450, Marva. So this is going to be perfect for you. For me, it's my contour shade, so you'll be able to get to see that. But the funny thing is this shade 390, which is my skin shade, this might match you for your highlight shade, Marva. So go back and get a sample of 390. If you were at my house, I'd give you some of this, and then see if that would be your highlight shade. So I thought I would go ahead and do that. It's like that no makeup look. It's really natural when you use liquid foundations, or you can use stick foundations, just as long as, you know, you just kind of go a couple shades up, a couple shades down, but it produces very much like a skin-like appearance. It's something I love to do. I've been doing it. So I don't know, I was just inspired by that video, and I thought I would share that with you guys today, as well as if you have any additional Fenty questions, because ever since I've got it, I've been using the foundation. Every time I wear the makeup that day, I wear the foundation. I've been wearing the contour sticks, excuse me, and the cream stick as concealer. I've been juggling back and forth with Trophy Wife. I use it as eyeshadow, as a highlighter. I went to dinner the other day. It was just shining in the light. I use the Killawatt, this ginger and Moscow. I use that as eyeshadow too. And this powder, the invisible powder, I just use that just to set in the T-zone. Done. And surprisingly, I have grown to like this gloss more and more. Reason being, it's so easy. This big old wand, it's that thick formula I like. And I like it. I got a compliment at dinner with this on. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm starting to grow on that gloss. Same thing with this cinnamon stick. I feel it's effective. It's been effective on me. This is the only way I use it though. I like to use, do I have the brush here? Hold on. I'm going to show you the brush that I love to use it with. And of course, it's not here. Darn it. Okay. It looks similar. Ooh, I see it. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you the exact brush. You don't have to use the exact brush, but you know, I'm an exact girl, so I'm going to show you. Hold on. Okay. This is my need to use and clean cup holder. Now, it's the same brush I used in the demonstration for the actual Fenty review. This set is from Royal Langnickel. This is the Moda Pro brushes, BMX 130 pointed brush. I have on pants. It's this style brush. But then I was looking at this style brush too. This is from the Makeup Shack. It's the T30. And then I use this brush all the time for like complexion, like finishing powders. It's so good for that. Ooh, nice. Okay, so 420 works as well. That's interesting. Number 16. So basically find a brush if you want to do it like I do it. Find a brush that kind of looks like this. See that egg shape? It's just, do you want a bigger egg, a medium size? And then this is actually a little bit smaller than all three. But in the demonstration, I've been using this brush. So after I do the foundation, after I do the concealer, or whatever concealer you want, I'm going to talk about that too. What I do is I've actually kept this because I like this. This material of this is like a like the cushions from the Korean compacts. They sell these at my dollar store, so I'm just my Japanese dollar store. So I'm just going to pick up more of these just for on the go. But I just go dab, 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 and I just go right underneath the eye and then go just like that. I go back in, I pat it right here in the middle. I pat it down the nose. I go in my smile lines because the foundation does not crease. And you're going to have to move your mouth if you want to make sure you kind of get in there in your smile lines. And then the last pat is right here. So you can either, here's the thing I think with this blot powder. I know it's supposed to be kind of just blot where you happen to shine, but if you shine, let's say all over your face, if you're very oily and you still can see some of that coming through, just get some, as long as you use a bigger brush, so that way it's going to pick up the powder, but it's not going to pick up a lot of powder. If you get a brush that's dense, it's going to pick up a lot. And just, you can either just lightly dust it all over, very light, just to just kind of help set it. It's the ingredients that's in that powder that is the same as the like if you have an effective deodorant and it's keeping that shine. It has been keeping that shine down on me, and I'm not even a blotting girl at all. I don't carry no blot sheets with me. I carry that my Cover FX blot powder. Ask me if I even open it up. I barely open it up. It's just with that powder, I'm just like, I get home, I'm like, whoa, my face is still, it still looks good right there. So, you know, get it at Sephora. Well, pretty much Sephora. I wouldn't purchase it from their website. I don't know how the returns are. Just get it from a place that's return friendly and just check it out. See if you like it. And then, you know, it's not for everybody, but just see how it will work for you. I don't like any of the other blot stuff out there. I don't like blotting sheets, Cover FX, and now Fenty. So I figured excuse me, I'm going to probably have to drink water. It's just, I'm still not feeling like 100%, but I feel good enough to do a live stream. I just figured, well, you know, we'll go through. If you have additional questions, I am watching a ton of Fenty reviews, which I like. I know that there's a ton of people out there who's doing it, which is good. I think it's important that you guys see it from a lot of people. I do like the sponge Marva. Where is it? Should be in my little sponge basket over here. Yep, it's clean. And I like it with other foundations too. It's a good price. The material is super soft. And it blends out well. It blends out other, you know, products as well. That's not Fenty. You can use it on anything and it still works. So for me, what I like, what I've noticed with my foundation for Fenty is I put out one pump first and I put it out on a plate. You can put it on a plate, put it on a metal pan. If you put it on your hand, I'm going to give you another tip. Don't put it on your palm, on the back of your hand, excuse me. If you can sanitize your hands first, put it on your palm. If you work from your palm, your oils, your skin oils is all right here. There's no pores here. So whatever you put on your palm is not going to get in and mix in with your makeup. And it does affect it because the oils here, whatever stuff is here, is going to get into your makeup. So if you can remember, use that. And so just do that or just put it on a plate. That's what I do. Let me clean this off first. This is $3, $2, I think. I get it at Target. And it's just one of those candlestick holders to cover pillars. I think that's what they call it. That's what I use. I have a ton of these, even in my kit. I love them. So one pump is enough for me. And first what I'm going to do is still use the Fenty primer. Now I've still been using this primer. I just scoop it out with my spatula here. And I like this. See, put it on your palm. I like the primer. It's growing on me too. I'm trying to pick up a few more. I might pick up like 2 more samples when I go back to Sephora just to kind of see. I've been wearing it with some different foundations as well because I have I'm looking at my stuff to review. I've got 3 other foundations over there. So when I'm doing my product shots, I've been using it with those and they work, you know, the primer works just as well. So I just kind of, I leave it on like this. I apply it very much like how I do my skincare. Just, you know, I take my time. Sometimes if I have the time, just press and pat it in. Really use the heat from your hands to really get that product in. Or you can use, you know, a sponge or your brush. I've seen people use, you know, different methods. I think one thing that is still the biggest, I hate to say gripe or rant or complaint, but it's just from watching so many different viewpoints and different reviews, what people are saying about the primer. It's like some people have saying it's not hydrating enough. It's still kind of pulling on whatever dry patches they might have on their face, whatever they might have on their face. I have not experienced that. One thing I'm enjoying about this line in general, and you know, here I keep it straight. Oh, thank you, Robin. Here, like I said on this channel, I'm gonna keep it straight. This line is going to, in a way, make you take care of your skin, which you should be doing anyway. I preach that all the time. You should be taking care of your skin. if you have not been taking care of your skin, and then you're using these products that are very much skin specific, skin like, it is going to show flaws. It's going to show dry patches. It's going to show this, that, and the other. So you need to get your skin in check. So thank you. You need to get it in check. And, you know, if you don't want to deal with that, then maybe this isn't going to be a line for you. It's just the same stuff I've been experiencing, you know, watching on the reviews with the concealers and stuff. It's just, it's not seeming to work for some people, but then it's working for others. And I noticed the ones that it's really working for, you know, they're doing what they need to be doing, but they also have a really good skincare regimen. So it's just a tip. I'm going to be honest with you. And it doesn't matter too, like, what I'm also noticing is, like, you don't have to like everything. You don't have to like anything at all. It doesn't matter. It's just, my goodness, some of these comments I'm reading, like, people are just like coming at you. Because I'll leave comments on other people's videos too. And it's like, woo, they're coming for me. And I'm like, you know, it doesn't matter. You can like the product. You can like it. You don't have to like it. At the end of the day, let's say you don't like the products. You're not the Antichrist because you don't like Fenty makeup. No. Just, you know, get samples, try what you can, check it on your skin, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know, it's not, you don't need that stress. And this line isn't here to make you feel stressful. Oh my gosh, Robin, that's a hard question. I have a lot of favorite makeup brands. A lot. That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to drill that down in my head. Okay, so the primer's on. Now, what I do usually, sometimes before primer or after primer, every day I use my Smashbox primer spray. You don't have to do this, but it's just because I like that little bit of moisture and I like that dew. And that's probably way too much, but it's okay. So I do use that. And then I just pump out one pump onto my plate. I do. And then here's the next step. You can use a brush, or you can use a sponge. You can use your fingers. I'm going to show you some of the brushes. The brush that I have been using, I would say the most for this foundation, is the IT Cosmetics brushes for Ulta. It's the Airbrush Smoothing Foundation, number 102. The second one is the Royal and Lanico Complexion brush. So you can get this at Walmart. So I just dip right into the foundation, and I work in sections because, you know, once you get it on your skin, it's ready to rock and roll. My advice for starting YouTube is just do it. Just get on and do it. Don't worry about having fancy cameras or fancy backgrounds or material. Just do it. What shade? 390. I'm shade 390. So I just work it in like this. You'll notice I'll be doing my little yoga. I'm just getting it in the smile lines. You're welcome. Again, working in sections. This will be the first layer. This brush is so darn soft, and it just really applies the foundation well too. Now, another thing, thank you. I still stand by in my review that this foundation is medium coverage. 390, what's a reference shade for you? I am NW43 in MAC. I have a warm undertone, but olive. How much olive? Oh, it's the background. But I do tend to run into that. It's not here, but I use that NYX olive mixer. That is like the same color as my skin. I can use that if I wanted to as foundation. It just blends right in. I use a Canon. But for the streaming, I just use my phone because I'm not going to be figuring out how to do all that fancy stuff like the gamers do. So I have 450 dried here, and then that's what the light shade I'll be using, which is 310. So I'm going to wipe wipe that off. I can't talk at the same time because my voice. Wipe it off. Oh, it was buffering? Sorry about that. NW43 in MAC. Did you get the warm undertone? Golden. Favorite. NC45 NW50 match to 380. Really? Oh, you're NC and you're NW? So you're a mix of see, and theirs is backwards. They do their color charts backwards. Oh, thank you. They do it opposite of the color wheel. I just messed up the brows. Okay, so that's one. Yeah. I just think of, because I'm NW, I don't even go by the N. I just say I'm warm. And then NC, the C is cool. That's what I think of. So just think that if you're NC, you have a lot more yellow in your skin. Oh, yes, I am 6W. Oh, I can pull that out. Hold on a second. No, I can't. I always think I have it like right near me and I don't. I think I'm sandalwood. I'm sandalwood in double wear, whatever that is, I'm sandalwood. Yes. So I did, it depends. Like I have my sunscreen on and my sunscreen is like a moisturizing type one. Then I will put on the primer and then I put my primer spray, or I'll put the primer spray on and then put on the foundation. So the second time that I'm putting on the foundation, oh, thank you. I'm actually just building up in the areas that I feel I need it, sort of like the spot conceal. You'll notice that if you've watched for a while, that I use foundation a lot to spot conceal. That creates that, still creating that skin-like appearance, because my dark spots are still fading. They're doing good with the fading, but you know, they're not completely gone. So I still just like to use just a little bit of extra foundation. Sometimes I'll mix in my Double Wear Max, just a little bit in. I did that the other day with the Fenty when I went to dinner. So I mixed just a little bit in and then I used that to spot conceal and it just covered it right up. So I just build it up in the areas that I feel I need it. So I'll show you what the plate looks like now. See, that's all that's left. And for me, that's enough. Oh yeah, I do it. So it just depends on my mood because I change it every day. Some days I'll color correct, other days I won't. I change it. Oh girl, that'll be a whole other video. I can't do that on here. There's lots of videos you can Google how to make your thumbnail, how to make your banner. But I do like to use just a little bit of the extra foundation because what's also good about Double Wear, whether you use the regular one or Double Wear Max, it's not going to move. So you can just put it on, you know, put on your powder, put on your other products, and it's not going to move. I don't have to worry about it. So that's another reason why I like that. Okay, so if you want to, let's say you did one squirt as well. If you want to use up this, that's enough to cover. If you wanted to do like a second layer, excuse me, or build up some more, I'm done. That's all I do. You know what? I don't want to waste it. I'm not going to waste it. I'll just quickly put some on. I'm like, I'm not wasting this. I love just teaching. I love interacting and engaging with you guys. Someone asked me what's my favorite part about being a YouTuber. And I like now the aspect of everything that I've been trying. Now I get to talk about it and share my opinion. But it hasn't changed. It's still, I don't want to say I'm strict, but I don't care who it is. I don't care who's behind the brand. You're going to get the same critique, the same research as I would with any other product. I like teaching you guys. I like the editing. I find that fun. It's an outlet for me. So I find, I find happiness in many ways with the YouTube. I'm going to stick this brush back. Okay, so while that oxidizes, okay. No, I haven't tried any more from the peaches and cream. Even the Fenty company is talking about how their foundation does not oxidize and it's like paint drying. I don't see why they are trying to be like a special snowflake and try to state about how it's not oxidizing. There's nothing wrong with it drying down, oxidizing, all that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's what it's going to do. It's what everything does. So it's still going around. And I think the reference about how, oh, it's like paint drying and paint doesn't oxidize. Well, paint does oxidize, it does. It first starts off with, if you want to talk about paint drying, let's talk about paint drying, Fenty. Paint does, it dries in two parts. The first part is, it's creating the fatty acids like a chain. It's not a bad thing. And it's plumping up, and it's also getting more pigment added to it as it starts to dry, because I'm not going to get technical with it, but as the fatty chains are doing their little reaction, it's getting the oxygen and that's changing it. Like, think of like a bowl of spaghetti. You know how spaghetti, once it's done, like the noodles get really fat and plump. It's kind of like that. And then as it starts to dry and then it's drying down, you're getting more pigment. So think of the spaghetti, spaghetti starts to stick together once it starts to dry. And then the paint, it's done. It's dry. It's oxidizing. I'm so sick of hearing in these reviews, it's not oxidizing. The company's saying that. No, it is. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of this whole honest Fenty review. This video turned into a rant video, and I didn't mean for that to happen. But hey, that's what you get with the live feeds. I'm tired of it. It's like, stop, quit, quit trying to insult my intelligence. I'm tired of it. And it's all clickbait too. Clickbait. I don't even click on the videos that say honest. I don't click on it. You should have been honest from the beginning. You're not gonna pull me in. Okay, so as it's oxidizing, now we'll take the light one and the dark one. So what I thought I would do is, I'm still going to use the suede as a concealer, and you can use it, directly from it. It's not going to disrupt it underneath. You can use it with your finger, which is kind of the method I've been using it a lot because I want the warmth of my hand. And you can also use it with a brush. So you can just kind of go like on top. So whatever is your preference. If you're using it as a brush, digging in kind of like that, you're going to get less product. Oh, this color is suede. So suede is my skin tone shade. And I focus it right here in the inner corner where I have a little bit of the darkness. And then I pull it out. But as I pull it out, it doesn't have a lot of color, right? Like, I don't have a lot of product that's kind of oozing out here, which is what I like. I don't use a ton of concealer. I don't really need it kind of in this area. And I'll use my finger for the other side just to show you. But it's, if you're worrying about creasing, you're worried about, well, there's other factors that are involved with creasing. But if you're worried about the cakiness, it's looking dry, this, that, and the other, you're using probably a lot of concealer. It's another thing why I like doing these videos. It's kind of giving you a different perspective, because I'm not like the typical YouTuber with the stripes going down here and the 10 pounds of foundation, all that. I can be glamorous with just that skin like appearance. I mean, that's what Bare is. That's where the whole nickname came from to begin with. So there you go. Okay, so that's with the hand, and you can just, press it in. Oh, I forgot underneath my nose. I get asked, why do you put concealer down here? Because it takes 10 years off your face. Don't ask, just do. It does. This is a trick that Bobbi Brown taught me. And let me tell you something, when Bobbi Brown teaches you something, you listen, you do. No questions asked. Okay, so that is that. For the rest, I will be using the foundation. So for the contour part, I will use 450 on one side, and then I'll use the contour stick, the match stick, on the other side. Reason being is because, again, I've been hearing so much about these, they don't blend, they're hard to blend. So I also kind of wanted to give you some, it's working out for me without editing, and basically you just get to see it live. And if you have any questions, if you're having some difficulty, I've been asked why I use this weird brush to blend out the contour. There's no way it can blend it out, and it does. And I mean, I use it for cream and powder as well. So that's kind of what this video has turned into, not a rant video as well. Okay, so 310 is my highlight shade. So I'm going to go ahead and start there. So I'm going to pull out my spatula again. I'm going to use the other side of the plate. I'm actually just going to make like a little bit of a drop because it's still like, it's like that runny type foundation. And I actually don't need as much as I just poured out. And again, trying to decide on my contour, my highlight shade. Again, I just went same. Oh, thank you. I went with the same undertone, and either go up 1 or 2 levels, just depending on how far up like you want it to be bright. This is probably way too much, but it's okay. We'll just put it on anyway. That way you can see. So I'm just going to press it in like this. Again, this is the highlight shade. And I'm blending it out majority with my finger, but then I'm going to smooth it out with my brush. And this is the style brush that I've been liking to do this method with. I use it a lot with my other foundations if I'm going to do kind of that highlight and contour. And I will tell you what this brush is in just a minute. See how that just blended it in? This is Makeup Shack T31. I'm barely like moving it like that, but just really kind of pressing it in. Same mimicking the strokes as I would with my finger. And then it's just blended in. So again, that is 310. See how natural that looks? So it's not super bright, but it's just that little bit of that brightness underneath the eye. So I'm going to go on the other side now, kind of pick up about that much. And then just start to press and pat it in. So the 310 is warm. It looks like it has some yellow in it. Definitely a lot more yellow added to it. It's a beautiful shade. And I'll continue to use it. This sample should last me actually. Oh, thank you, Robin. Should last me for quite some time. I say quite some time because I don't use that much. And kind of to decide if this is, if I want to go ahead and pick up a full size of the bottle to finish doing this method with. If you feel there's too much on, just wipe it off. I use my microfiber cloths. I talked about these, I think last year as part of my best of 2016. You can get them at Walmart, but I just love just to remove the color with these cloths. So it's just real natural. I loved how that the Sephora artist just, she did a whole look, and it was just so pretty how she just used just a little bit of the foundation like that. And I listen to all music, not too much country, but I love R&B, hip hop. Yes. Classic rock. Even listen to some classical. Depends on my mood. I have gotten into that show, Beat Shazam. Yes. When you're in the oh really? I didn't know Ulta made them. I love these from Walmart, the Equate kind. Still no swatches. Aw. And if you want to put it on your chin, you can. I usually don't do it there, but you can if you want to. So like I was saying, I got into the show Beat Shazam. This is Shazam, is that how you pronounce it? Oh, with Jamie Foxx. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that show. That show is so good. Okay, so that's it. I mean, that's just it'll dry, oxidize. You can get tired of me saying that. And let it do its thing. Okay, so now we're gonna do the contour. So let me start on my right side. This is, isn't it? I love it. I'm always like, what song is that? This is my right, you're viewing left. So my contour stick, my matte skin stick, is that what it's called? I've been calling it matchstick. It's espresso. This shade has been working perfect for my skin tone. So it is the darkest shade out of the matchsticks, and this has been working fine. Again, you can put it on directly if you want to. You can put it on with your finger, you know, just kind of dab it in. You can go from a brush. It's however. Oh, I don't have a video on it. I have that one and I have the warmth, but I tend to use the olive one a lot. What was I going to say? Or you can use the brush. I just prefer to put it on and then I just blend it out with my brush. So I have a contouring video as far as where, you know, if you need help with the placement. So I just kind of go like that. You can do a stronger placement if you like. I think I'll just go a little bit heavy just so that way you can, you know, see the contrast. But this brush, it's really just the hairs. It's the hairs. It's not really the shape of the brush. It's not the way it's cut. I think this whole design of the brush has been throwing people off because I use it a lot in my videos and they're like, what the hell? There's no way it blends out the stick. I'm going heavy up there, but it does. It blends it out. And I knew it would because it's the hairs. It's like my favorite contour brush. You see how it just blends out the stick? I don't have a problem with this formula. On me, it's not, see? And then, you know, you can do your jawline if you like. On me, it's not, I don't find the texture is dry. I don't feel that it is, what have I been hearing people say? Chalky. I feel that their amber one, I have to stop to put it on. It's good. And you know, they even make knockoffs of this brush as well. I've seen it for like $5 at some beauty supply stores. I'm sure it's the same as far as working. I've seen amber, I think that's the shade name, on fair skin, pale skin, and I mean, it looks so good. It's just a beautiful natural contour. So if you're like a working artist and you have a kit, definitely pick up amber because that color is just perfect for those skin tones. See, just blends it out. I think the problem might go with these contour sticks, or not the contour sticks in general, just this whole, and I gotta watch this too. This has been driving me crazy. Every time they see one another, they want to start doing that magnetized stuff, even if it's across the room. It's still that whole process, this method of, you know, you gotta get your skin in check. If you're not exfoliating, you're dry skin, not exfoliating, you're dehydrated. I'm trying to think of all just kinds of issues. You have texture. It's like any other product. It's going to emphasize that it's not going to have much area, surface area to move. One thing with me, because my skin texture is smooth and I only really have pores, kind of like visible pores, that is in this area right here. The good thing with having smooth textured skin is I can feel anything. I immediately know if something feels heavy. I can immediately feel something on my skin. So that's like a good plus. And products tend to, you know, they glide on me because it's smooth. It doesn't really have anywhere else to go. It's just going to go with the brush and do what it needs to do. So I can't stress enough, be taking care of your skin, try to get it in check. And if it still is not going to work, and if it's just too much for you, you don't want to be dealing with that, then, you know, maybe the matchsticks won't work for you. And that's also okay. At the end of the day, it's okay. You know, use what you still have. So I'm going to clean this off, and this brush, the Eat It brush, works perfect, as you saw. But for the foundation side, I'm going to be using this brush. I actually got in my Ipsy, and I like it. I haven't used this one before. This is from the brand Crown, and it's their contour brush. Same thing as this Moda brush as far as the style, except this one's a little bit, it's fuller and it's not as dense. So I do like this brush, and it moves cream, it moves liquid where you want to go. Another brush that I've been liking is, are you around here too? Where are you? Oh, it's by Morphe. Where is it? And it's slanted. I'm sorry. I don't know where that is. Is it right here? Oh, here it is. Found it. It's their E46 brush. So as you can see, it's much smaller, but it's dense packed, and it's synthetic brush, and then it's cut at a slant. So you have a lot of control. Oh, I'm glad you like the sheet mask. You have a lot of control to go in with your cream, go in with your liquid. So I'm going to use the Crown one. This will give you more of that natural appearance. 450, or Marva's shade, as she's here on the stream. Warm undertone. And I tell you, the darker ones is where I was like, how many do I go down? Because these numbers, these darker ones just look so much darker. I love, hi, my favorite food. Ooh, I love Italian food, actually. I love Asian food. I love sushi. Love Mexican. So with the liquid, oh, you're from Poland? Oh, hi, Poland. Oh my gosh, just the thought that someone all the way from Poland is watching me. That is so cool. That's another thing about YouTube. You can just pull in people really from around the world. Oh, Poland. I don't know how to speak Polish, but hello. Thank you. So I have some on my brush here. And I actually don't know how dark this is going to get, because I've been like, when I play around with this color, sometimes I've been getting like a really strong color, and then other times it's really light. So again, I'm not applying a lot of pressure. No, I'm much older than you, sweetie. 22? You're old enough to be my son. Well, thank you. That's because I like to trick everybody, because I've been taking care of my skin. Age is, oh, you know what? I got to tell you something. For being 22, you're very persistent. That's what I'm teaching my son too. Be like your mother, be persistent. Go after what you want. And that is 450. So you have that nice, I went a little bit heavier on that, but you get that nice contour, and then it just blends out. So if if I was using this one too, same thing. You can just kind of buff, blend that right in. And you know, you just kind of go in wherever you want to contour. Oh, thank you, Marva. Marva's lying. For my nose, I'm going to go in with the Morphe brush. And I haven't used this with liquid, so we'll see how this is going to work. I'm kind of working for more of the slanted, pointed side here on the edge, barely applying any pressure. Kind of wipe it off first, and then just start to blend that in. So you can still use the darker foundation to contour your nose if you do that. Okay, that's one side. I'm going to dip in again, barely get any on. Oh, thank you. You can call me Stephanie. That's actually my name. Stephanie. Take some off and then just blend that in. Just doing like circular motions, kind of blend that out. And because this foundation pretty much sets itself as far as, bye, have a good day at work, as far as on the skin, you can use, you know, a dusting of powder. You can use what you like. However, it does set itself. So you don't really need to go in. It wasn't designed to go in with, you know, globs of powder and everywhere. But like I said in the review video, you can, you know, use what you have. You can still do your, I want people to still do their makeup the way they want to do. I don't want to tell somebody how not to do their makeup, but just give you some tips and so forth to kind of, you know, help you out and kind of let you know how it's designed, but just give you that expectation. I'm trying to find my brush to blend. Just give you that expectation that if you don't, if you detour and use it differently, you might not get the same results. So it's at the product's fault. No, if you choose to how, it's just basically how you choose to use it. Now I just remembered this is in that cup because I need to wash this. This still has the trophy wife like mixed in here, so I'm not going to use it to set. I'm just going to use the double-ended, I have a double-ended brush here, Makeup Academy, so I'm going to use the contour side, and I'm just going to go into the powder. I'm going to set underneath my eyes because I did use that matchstick one, and now I'm remembering which side did I do it. I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. I'll still just set it. See? Just lightly set it. I'm loving this powder, I tell you. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to like this and that gloss. And then what you turn out not liking, you can't stop picking up. It's always like that. Now I'm doing, it does. And you know, this is very easy and natural. Let's say if you just want to kind of get into the whole highlighting and contour, you don't have a lot of time. Doing my smile lines. Practice using the foundation first until you get, you know, kind of comfortable. You can graduate to stick or cream products, but just gives you another option. And you know, whatever floats your boat, whatever you fancy, get that nice natural look. So again, I was just really inspired by, oh, that's good. I know, it's such a good color. I was just really inspired by that video, and I'm glad that they put that up there because I'm happy that Sephora is kind of, you know, showing, hey, you know, let's kind of do this little natural look for highlighting and contour. Kind of take a break from everything being so heavy like it's been. So just, you know, put it where I know I have the most type of shine coming through. And that's about it. That's the, natural highlight and contour. What I do want to show you is also, I forgot to mention, is this cinnamon stick. This is something else. Like I said, if it didn't come in that set of 3, I was not going to pick up any of these because I have a whole drawer full. I'll show you some of them. I have a ton of my sticks, and I purposely put them in that drawer. These are all from NARS, so I can use a lot of my cream products. So I'm like, okay, I don't need any of them. I'm trying to be good. But I have been pulling this out. Look, it's already got some stains around it. What I've been doing with this is I will have all my matte eyeshadows in, and then I just use this as my lid color. I use it as my base for my tear duct, and then I go in with Trophy Wife, or I go in with another color. I'm so like, what am I doing? I actually like this now. I mean, I like it, but it's not something I was planning on ever picking up any of these sticks. And out of the entire set, I'm using now all 3 of them. So been loving that. And then what I'm doing, I'm going to put some blush on. This is something I've been using a lot of too. We're doing like a little favorites because I'm decluttering all the blushes. I'm done finally, so I can film that. And this blush has been so good. This is the Too Faced one. What color is this? Your Love is King. Loving this color. Just produces that just natural like flush, and it's got that like plumish, plum pink undertone. Oh, so pretty. When I was at Ulta today, I went today because did anyone get their deal? The MAC lipsticks. I got both colors, Velvet Teddy and Russian Red. And then I went over there to the Too Faced side to see if they had the blush in full size, and they didn't have this color. So I don't know why, but I saw it on the Sephora app. So I guess I'll have to get it over there. I'm like, oh no, I'm going to have to get a full size of this. I like this color. This was in my Christmas stocking last year. It was in like a set. Oh, you got the Clinique? You didn't want the MAC lipsticks, Marva, Miss Shopaholic? I don't even wear Velvet Teddy. I have no idea what it looks like on me. I just grabbed it because of the price. And then I have worn Russian Red. I finished actual Russian Red. So that's the blush I've been kind of pairing. This is my little workstation here where I have a lot of the products that I've been using. So I just kind of keep it there. And then we can talk about any of the highlighters if you want some additional tips or whatnot, but I really wasn't going to put on highlighter, but if you want me to, I will. But I will put on the Fenty gloss because I think that's still kind of part of that whole no makeup, just natural look. It's just that sheer with a little bit of color. Oh, this wand. I would like it if all glosses had this giant wand. It's like, I'm sorry, could everyone please change their glosses, please? Fenty has made a template of glosses. Thank you very much. All the brands are like, this bitch. It's another item I was going to pay it dust, that gloss. You guys got me to get this gloss. All that hype on that gloss. Oh, so pretty. Okay. Did you guys want me to put on any of the highlighters, Trophy Wife or Killawatt? Otherwise, I'm going to leave it at that. Are you guys having any issues with the highlighters? I think, oh, I want to talk about Trophy Wife. Let me put my hair down. And you guys know I don't like to brush it, so this is what I do. I just go like this. Kind of shake it out. Shake it out. Oh, shake it out. Okay, go like that. And that's it. Done. That'll have to do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay, I want to talk about Trophy Wife real quick because that is, it's still getting I had to put on this or put on Ginger Moscow. Trophy Wife is getting a lot of heat, so I'm going to talk about this. And that's why in my review, I pulled out my other, the Urban Decay one is in the armoire, but I pulled out my other metallic glitter highlighters just to show. I think the first thing that people need to think about, I understand that it's hyped as far as everybody and their mama's talking about it, but I think if you haven't purchased it yet, if you're on the fence, what you have to realize with this is it is glittery. It's going to get all over your face. It probably will. I recommend that you do your eyes first and then do your face. If you don't want to do that or you forgot, I wasn't planning on putting it on, but I'll put it on. You can take, let's say you get it in areas on your face that you don't want, take some tape and then just go like that and it will get the glitter off your face. But I feel that that's the first thing people have to think about when it comes to buying Trophy Wife. That other one, the Metal Moon, it's not like that. It's just strictly Trophy Wife. If you are not a glitter highlighter lover, and this one is glittery as well, then you have no business. You have no business buying it, okay? Because you're not going to like the results that it's going to do. So even if it's hyped, don't buy it. Go away. If it leaves your brain, you know, then it's fine. Second, if you're like, no, I got to have it. I got to try it out for myself. I am seeing a lot of, well, just use it as highlight. Excuse me, just use it as eyeshadow. Again, go through your collection and say to yourself, how often do I even use my highlighters as eyeshadow? If you're not even that type of a person, what makes you think you're going to do that with this? I mean, to be honest, you're probably not going to pull it. I do. I use these in multiple ways. I use them on my lips, eyeshadow, tear duct on the cheeks. I don't discriminate. I will put it where I want to put it. And so think about that. So if you kind of go through that, and if you're like, I still want to use it, and here's a third thing. I use it the way I want to use it. And I'm hearing a lot of, oh, this isn't an everyday highlighter. Since when is Trophy Wife, Trophy Life, since when is Trophy Wife not an everyday highlighter? Just because of the color? You should be able to wear this whenever you want. Like I said in my review, if I waited until nighttime and I was actually going out to do something, I'd be dead. I was surprised I went to dinner the other night and I wore it, but you can wear this whenever you want to. That's a good point. The blonde and the stick, I think it does have still kind of, it gives off that reflection, but you can spread it out on your cheeks. You can blend it out, but you're not going to have all this chunks of glitter. And it's not even chunky. It's smooth, but it is glittery. I watched Jay Kissa's video today, and I actually watched her review, the Fenty one, and her review was good because it was a different perspective of someone who doesn't wear foundation. So it was just all other products but the foundation. And she said that the dupe for that is the ColourPop. ColourPop, the new palette that just came out. There is a shade that's just like Trophy Wife. And I swatched it on my hand just to see. And the ColourPop eyeshadow, is it near me? Where are you? No, it's not near me. The eyeshadow looks like a true eyeshadow. It's the metallic glitter. It's it's close together. It's an eyeshadow. It'll appear that way on your skin. If you want to use it as highlighter, you can, but it's going to take some blending out. When I put it next to Trophy Wife, you can see there's spaces. It's really just spread out. It's night and day. To me, I think it is, but a dupe is different to everybody. To me, a dupe needs to be 100%. Otherwise, I would just use whatever that other product is I'm trying to dupe. But I took a point off because the brand is different, so 99%. So I don't think Trophy Wife is the dupe for it. But again, that's because a dupe is different to everybody, and that's how I feel it. Maybe she thought it was just a dupe because of the color. This has a green base to it. It is like that yellow green. I've seen it in people with who wear 490 foundation, deep dark skin, and this color is turning like almost gray on their skin. It's probably that green. You know, it's not that taxi cab yellow. Oh God, this color. I knew the minute I saw this color, I was like, this is mine. I knew it was going to be mine. So I think that it's so much heat on this darn trophy wife. It's like she's the side chick or something. I'm like, dang. If you guys don't like glitter highlighters, don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Don't get it. I'm going to put it on in closing. Now, what I like to do with trophy wife, I'm going to just spray this, lightly spray it. But I'm not going to put it into the product. So I'm using my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. This is kind of like my favorite way to use any type of water. I just lightly dust it on my cheekbone here. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm basically creating a base. And I use it like that. Instead of spraying the brush and going directly into the product, lay down the liquid first, or the water, whatever you want to use, press and pat it on. And I mean, do it a couple times, then start blending it out. And I kind of like to bring it in here, so that's why I kind of smile a little bit. And this helps the glitter from getting everywhere. Give it a little bit of a base to kind of stick to, so to speak, and it's not going to be flying out. If you go in with a highlighter brush or something huge, I mean, that glitter is going to be going everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. So just go in, press and pat it on first, and then blend it out. If you need to clean off your brush, sometimes I do that because it, you know, it has a lot still of trophy wife still in there. And there you go. I think this looks beautiful. I've seen fair skin people wear it. Light skin tones wear it. They'll wear it with that. I don't know the exact shade of the split pan one, but I think it has Ice Crush or some ice name in there. And they'll mix it with trophy wife. But if you don't blend it out and you've got fair skin or pale skin, it's going to look like mustard is on your cheeks. Mustard, Dijon. So you need to mix it out. You need to blend out. So now I'm going to go into the other side. You guys like it? Trophy wife is a side chick. Everybody giving her heat. So I already sprayed it. Just put that little base on. Go in, and I do tap it off. But I dip in at least twice. Press it on. My hair was in a little strand. I can feel it on my cheek. Press it on. If you got to press it on a couple times, just do that. And then start blending it out. Think of like a, I think I use a lot of metaphors on this channel. But think of like, you know, like a car going in a car wash, you know, those little spinners going really fast and the car goes in and then you see everything flying. If you, I don't know, if you go in with your brush and then go to your cheeks and go, you know, I mean, it's going to get everywhere. So just press it on and then blend it out and put as much as you want on still. See, got that. I'll just, you know, dip my little finger, my pinky in. I'll go boop, boop for the inner tear duct. I'll pull it up. I'll put some of the cinnamon in here on the lid. And then I'll put the trophy wife here, a little bit underneath. I'll dab it on. Oh, you know, you can dab it onto your gloss. It's so pretty on top of lipstick. Okay, now we're going away from the no makeup, but it was just to talk about trophy wife. Just that. I mean, multiple ways. I like it as eyeshadow too, but I think those are the two biggest stuff I've just been hearing so much about is that it's glitter, it's chunky, I don't like it, or just use it as eyeshadow. And you have to say to yourself, is this something I'm really going to use as those? And if you are, then expect, you know, that it's glittery and that you're going to maybe have to tweak a few things. And again, at the end of the day, it's okay if you don't like it. that is it. What do you guys think? If you have any other questions about the actual primer, the foundations, the matchsticks, what else did I use? The highlighters, the invisible powder. Why you got me live. 410 and 420 are sold out. I thought all the dark colors were sold out. And then I think there's one or two of the light shades are sold out. They are kicking butt. I don't know when they plan on restocking. They need to get on that because I mean these people want their foundations. But let's see. Is this something? You're welcome. I'm going to continue using the samples, but I do like the colors. Again, I'm glad I got the samples so I can at least see the colors. 450 is my contour liquid shade. 310 is the highlight natural, and I like it. So I'll add that to my cart and see if I'm going to pull the plug. I think I am because I mean, I already use my foundations like that anyway. And another item that I'm going to pick up from the Fenty line is their highlighting brush. I liked in Jake Kiss's video how she was talking about how it's like pinpoint and precise application. I like that. All 4 lightest and 380 plus all sold out. Wow. Good. It's good. We're out there buying it up. Take notes, brands. We've always been here. You just never wanted to listen. Well, it's almost dinner time. I'm going to make dinner. If you have any additional questions, I will update the info box later tonight and leave questions for me, and I'll be happy to help you. And this should probably be, I hate to say my last Fenty video, but since I've pretty much reviewed what I wanted to review, it should be the last one. But leave questions, comments, suggestions. If you need any help with anything, I'm happy to help you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Also, leave suggestions if you liked what you'd like to see for the upcoming live feeds. I really like doing these as well. And have a wonderful day or evening, wherever you're at. Bye, Poland, if you're still watching. And thank you for stopping by. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye.